morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios and the 12 Days of Digis 2020 with Dear Julie and Kara Brandon. And today is day 7. 5 more days and we'll do the final flip through. But anyway, these are the 2 pages we are working with today. This is Kara's. Now part of this has been chopped off and I apologize for that. It's the way it came off my copier. This is because I've cut into the originals. So this is, this actually, you'll see that I've kept these 2 together. There's actually a 29 on this one, and then these are some more of the green stamps. And then we have, I'm trying to get hold of it. This is Julie's, with all things Santa and vintage. And I really had a lot of fun playing with Julie's. In fact, I used all of Julie's pieces. And I only used a couple from Kara's this time because I want to save these for a spring journal. I don't see Christmas when I look at those, and because my journal is mostly the traditional reds and greens, I just kind of set these aside. This one could have worked, but honestly, I did not see this. Oh yeah, there it is. No, I have this one. But I didn't see this original one on the sheet. I don't know where it went. So, but I could have used that one too. So we'll see. I may come back to that one. But on Kara's, I used this. And I've got the postcard pulled out to use. I just haven't figured out what I'm doing with it yet. So, those are the pages we're working from today. And I'm not putting these in a book today. I'm just showing elements. Very first thing I wanted to do was show you a tip. And that is, instead of trying to fussy cut this out, if you have a 1 inch or a 1 1/4 inch circle punch, it will fit perfectly. And then you just have to trim out this little bitty bit. Probably a 2 inch might have worked even a little better. But what you don't trim out perfectly, you can go back and distress with ink. And there you go. Much quicker than trying to cut that whole little edgy thingy out. And then we could come back through, and that white just kind of blends right in. Okay? So that was my tip for today. Then here are the elements that I've done. Like I said, I used all of Julie's. So I took and folded the library card. And last night, I'm filming this on Monday morning, but last night I went through and I did all my stickle stuff, so I'd had all night to dry, so all I had to do was assemble this morning. So I've added some of my lace to the bottom of this one and then just folded it over and kept it really super simple. Same thing with the library tag, just went through and did the embellishments, the little red on Santa's hat, and it slides right into the card pocket. And the only thing that I did notice is the pocket isn't quite as deep as I would like. I would like that to have come down to where date due was right over here, but I didn't want to modify it, so it is what it is. Okay, next, I took this one, and I did have a second copy of this, so I cut this one out, and I edged it with, oh, my ink isn't here, hold that thought. And no, I'm not going to edit that little blob out. I used Teresa Collins's Gold Shine Pigment ink from Colorbach to edge this. This is fabulous, and if you do this around things and then you heat it, it almost gives you the gold embossed. It has a bit of an embossed texture to it, but I didn't do that on these. I just edged them and then put him up on dimensionals and added some of my lace. Next, I took this and I made a book. I fussy cut all around the edge, and after I folded it in half, there were still some white edges, so I just went back and trimmed everything up to match as best I could. And then I cut my paper on the inside, and this wound up being 1 5/8 by 2 1/8. So it comes out to be 3 5/8, and then scored in the center, and then I used some gold cord. And after I tied my bow, I put a little bit of glue on the knot of the bow so that it won't come untied. So that's what I did with that piece. And then on Kara's, I took those 2 tickets and I just folded them together and made a small paper clip. And I left the eye of the paper clip out just enough that I could put a bead dangle on, and I've got this red and gold bell. And then this year was from another one of the girls' sheets. I don't remember who, but it was from like day 2 or 3 maybe that I used this because it fit. I had initially put it on this, and I may use it to put this pocket on the page, but when I did that, excuse me, I've not had coffee yet this morning. It's going to be a long day. But that book is due. Good gravy. That book is due this year. I thought that was kind of cute. And then the other piece I did, I haven't figured out what I'm doing with this piece yet, but I went ahead and I did it as a chipboard piece and did the embossing on it, and we'll see where it winds up. So those are my pieces for day 7. See if we can get these to balance out a little bit. There we go. Those are my pieces for day 7. In fact, I'm going to put this back on here because it kept this closed. Those are my pieces for day 7 for the Dear Julie Julie's and Kara Brandon's 12 Days of Digi 2020. Remember to check out social media using the hashtag and see what all the other creative people are doing. I've updated my elf list down below to include, God, I can't remember Debbie's last name, but I've included her playlist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back where I've added individual channels, and if they have a playlist, I'm going to change the link to a playlist on their channel so you can go back and just watch their entire playlist to see what they've been playing with. Tomorrow is day 8. Wow. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for Christmas? It's going to come whether we're ready or not. I hope you like this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe because Shout Out Saturday is just around the corner. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Creative Christmas blessings.